Now we are going to create some links for our other pages. So you see some different sites. We would have some links in here. For example, this would be roulette, crash, card, and then we have a sign up and login links for other pages as well. So right now we would want to create a box below this image which contains links for other pages. So we go to our HTML, and in here first we create a div. As we said, it's better that we create an ID for all different tags. So we assign an ID to div, whether we want to change or not in the CSS. We would always assign some ID or class for our different divisions or elements. Now we say ID is equal, let's say, page link for this name. Now we close it, div. In here, now again we open a div, we assign it. First let me just create this div in here. Inside this div we want to create an A tag which refers the user to another page, let's say the roulette.php. Now we close the A and we say this is the roulette, and we close the A tag. So if we check it now, you see we have a roulette in here, which if we click, it would be redirected to roulette.php. Look in here. So we click on it, we go to roulette.php, which we have not created yet. Now we want to create other links too. So again, let me just press Control K in here and then U 4 times or maybe 6 times. Now in here, instead of roulette, we say crash for crash game. In here, let's say cards. This should be the classic roulette. And in here, we say the sign up and login. Also, we should change the href in here to the corresponding pages. So this is the crash.php, this would be the cards.php, this is the classic roulette.php, this is the sign up.php, and this is the login.php. Now if we save it and look at the browser, you see instead of coming in one row, they are in a column and in different rows, while we don't want this. So what we should do is to modify it in the CSS. So in here we want for modifying it, instead of just assigning IDs to all these tags and then changing them one by one, because we said that ID should be unique in a web page, what we are going to do is to assign them a class. So we could have 3 selectors. One of them is to use the tags, the name of the tag. Other is to assign an ID to each tag, which should be completely unique in a web page, and other thing is class, which could be common and same for different tags. So in here we want to assign to div a class of let's name it, for example, each link. So each link for all these tags. Actually, for sign up and login, I want to give them other classes. Let's change the name to sign, and also for the login to give it a class of sign as well. So now every change in the CSS that we give to the class with each link would be applied on all these 4 elements, and to the sign class would be applied on these 2 elements in here. Also, we want to assign an ID or a class to a tags too. So in here what we should do is to give it a class of link for all the links in here. Okay, now we save it and we go in here to apply the CSS. So as you saw, for the IDs, we first set hashtag and then the name of the ID. For the class, we use a dot and then the name of the class, which we said is equal to the each link. But first, let me just make some modification on this div with the ID of page link. So we say hashtag and then page underline page link, I think it was, yes, page link. So now first of all, we want it to be a separate block, so display block, we say margin to be equal to auto again. Now in here we specify the width and the height. I want the width to be equal to the above image, which is 1000 pixel, and I want a height let's say, for example, equal to 100 pixel. Now in here we want to specify a background color too for now, so we say background color and let's give it the brown color. Now we press Ctrl O, we hit enter to save it, we go to our browser and refresh it. You see we have created another box like this. I think it's a little big, so we could just give it a height of 70 pixel. Again, if we refresh, yes, now it's good. Now we want to bring all of these links in one row into this box. So what we could do is to use the class for all these divs, which are each link. So we say a dot, then we say each link. So now we say display, instead of block, in here we say inline, which is another value for the code of the display. So in here, when we say instead of block, when we say inline, it means that each line is each link is an inline element or a child of the page link in here. So we say inline, and also we say float left. By saying float left, we mean that every one of these tags, we want them to come in one row instead of going into different rows. Now if we save it and refresh this page, you see all of them are in one row. Now what you are going to do is to bring them to give them some margin. As you see, login is in another row. The problem for that is that we have assigned another class to both sign and to both sign up and login. So in here we do exactly the same for both sign up and login as well. So in here we say sign display is equal to inline, and also float is equal to left. Now if we refresh the page again, you see that they are in one row, all of them. Now we want to give them some margins. So we want them to have a margin from top as big as 5 pixel, a margin to left as big as, let's say, 25 pixel, and a margin right as big as 25 pixel. So as we said, margin left for the first one, for all of them, means that we want them to have 25 pixel distance from the left side. So all of them would have 25 pixel distance, and also from top we want 5 pixel to be the distance between them. Now if we refresh the page, they would be like this. Again, because sign up and login are in a different class, we should apply it on these two. So the reason that I put them into different classes is because I want to bring sign up and login on the other side in here. So what we could do for the sign up and login, so say margin left, actually let me just put them into different classes in here. So the sign up has the sign, and I want to put the login into another class, you would see the reason for that. So in here, if I say login and I apply the same thing like the display equal to inline, also float equal to left. Now what you are going to do, I want the sign up to have a margin left as big as, let's say, 60 pixel. So if we look at the browser right now, so let's make it more. For example, let's make it 260. If we refresh, yes, that's like that. But the login, I don't want the login to have a distance at as much as 260 pixel from sign up. That's why I put them into different classes. We could just put them into different IDs. It doesn't make any difference. Now in here, for the login, I say margin left, and again as big as 25 pixel. Now if we look in here and refresh the page, you see now they have they are in a good mode. Just the margin top I want for both the sign up and login as well. So in here we say margin top, and then let's make it 25 pixel, margin top 25 pixel. Now if we refresh, so I think I gave it more. Actually it's better. I think 20 pixel for all of them would be better. So 20 pixel, 20, margin top for this 22. Now if we refresh it now, all of them are in a single row with a good amount of distance between each other. Actually, let me just bring sign up and login to the right hand side. So if you want to do it, we could say, instead of 260, we could say 300 pixel. Now if we refresh it, yes, now that's perfect. Another thing that we should do is to remove this underline for each links. So the class that we specified, that we assigned to all the links was link. So in here we go at the end of the CSS file, we say a dot and then link, we open the bracket. The attribute for this is text decoration. If we make the value of this text decoration equal to none, then the underline for the links would be removed. Now if we refresh it, as you see, all the underlines have been removed. Also, if we click on all of them, for example roulette, we go to the roulette.php in here, we click on the crash, we go to the crash.php, cards.php, and also the sign up and login to all different pages which we should create in the next lectures.